I absolutely, oh my God. So this is for German TV. We've got, I get so excited about this song. Kia ora and welcome. My name's Zoe Stevie and I'm your vocal coach for today because we're going to be taking a look at Beth Hart with Bad Woman Blues. I get a lot of requests for singers looking to make their sound more cool, add in effects. Beth does a really beautiful, she has a really fantastic way of, she's an incredible singer and performer, but she has a really amazing way of adding in little effects and growls and all these sorts of things. We're going to be taking a look at what is she up to with her vocal technique. How is she making her sound more cooler? And how can you create these sounds? If you want to learn more about vocal technique, hit that subscribe button. So honestly, we can hang out more often. I'd love to see you around here. Let's take a look at one of my favorite singers. This is probably even just in these first little 3 riffy bits, she's showing us the way in which our mouth shape can change the timbre. She goes, oh, and I've seen this performance multiple times and I sing this song. I fucking love it. So we've got this, whoa, bringing the lips forward is going to darken the timbre because we're elongating the vocal tract, which is everything from the vocal folds through to the end of the lips. Let's just do that. And you're going to notice the way that it changes when she opens up her mouth. Okay, she also went up the oh, whoa. She went up the octaves, so obviously that helps with the brightness, but like widening the mouth. Whoa! God, I should have warmed up before I sang this on the internet. But have done any singing this morning. So by widening the mouth there, we are, well, Beth is making the timbre brighter, but also going into more of a belted vocal quality where we do want more of an open vowel if we're going higher up in the range.
Got the lips, got the legs. I was born to drive a man insane. I don't worry, I don't shame. Put it on me, I'm the queen of pain. I've been bad, I've been cruel. I'm not sorry, baby, sorry for you.
Oh, I absolutely. So this is quite low volume. I've been bad, I'm not sorry, baby, sorry for you. So darkening that tone by bringing those lips forward. You can also drop the larynx as well if you're wanting to do that. But when you're lower in the range and you can afford to have much quieter chest voice sounds, then it's a much better idea to just bring the lips forward to make that kind of sound. Let's just go back on that because we got I'm bad, I'm good. She's bringing in a couple of those slack sounds.
I don't shame, put it on me, I'm the queen of pain. I've been bad, I've been cruel. I'm not sorry, baby, sorry for you.
Oh, I'm not sorry, babe, sorry for you. And she's using lots of those fall off. So basically what's happening there is the vocal folds are being opened to allow that additional breath to come through at the end of the sentence. Gives that feeling of, life is so hard, but also this, I can't be fucking bothered with you anymore. So when we're thinking about the emotional intention of our song, it helps us to create these sounds.
I don't shame, put it on me, I'm the queen of pain. I've been bad, I've been cruel. I'm not sorry, baby, sorry for you. It's my body, I don't dance. Just want your liquor and your cheap broken bands. I'm not your mama, I'm not your wife.
You see that mouth change there? I'm not your mama, I'm not your wife. Okay, so we've got, I get so excited about this song. So we've got an increase in the twang as we're going into a higher chest voice quality, and the mouth is opening so much all at once.
Just want your liquor and your cheap broken bands. I'm not your mama, I'm not your
love the way that Beth is changing these sounds as she's going through. So I wanted to leave like quite a big chunk in there because there's so much going on with her voice there. Did you notice as she went from that slightly louder chest voice sound back down into the verse, she closed her mouth again. And that is because when we are in the upper chest voice register, we've got thicker vocal folds further up in the range, we're wanting to keep the mouth more open and more of an open vowel. And when we're lower in the range, we're wanting to almost close the vowel to help us with the back pressure needed for that lower part of the range. Because actually it's also got to do with volume and articulation.
I don't dance, just want your liquor and your cheap broken bands. I'm not your mama, I'm not your wife. I'm not the one who make it right. Good girls, I always alone. I got the bad woman blues. I got the bad woman, bad woman, bad, bad, bad woman blues. I got the bad woman blues. Bad woman blues. Bad woman, bad, bad, bad woman blues.
That's actually quite challenging. I worked with a singer on this song not that long ago. I got the bad woman, bad woman blues. And to get that level articulation, okay, it's just a b. But in order to go lower in the range and to not have the mouth move around so much, which we are told so often in all of these like tongue twister classes that we've got, really what it is about building up the stability of these muscles. We're wanting to basically do the reps to build up the cheek muscles, build up the facial muscles, the lip muscles, the neck muscles, and the tongue, because it plays such a huge role in the stability of the sound. And that is exactly why I have developed a course for you. You can check out the link in the description below to sign up, because literally in as little as 2 minutes a day, and I'm not shitting you, 2 minutes a day, and you don't even have to sing a note while you're doing these exercises. All of my students have just said, Zoe, where has this been all of my life? And I know, where has it been? This is a course I've developed for you to really improve your vocal technique without singing. Isn't that just amazing? You can do it anywhere, in the car, while you're cooking dinner. Check out the link in the description below. Honestly, just check it out. It'll change your life.
Bad woman, bad woman blues. Got the hips, got the shape. I put the cherry on your chocolate cake. Johnny Roses, so your pink champagne. I'll be the sugar rush in your veins. I'm not your mom, I'm not your wife. I'm not the one who make it right. Good girls.
Oh my God. So this is for German TV. That's... I love it. So you can notice there that she's getting more invested in the movement, getting more body energy. That's a way that we can increase the apparent energy or volume in the song. It's funny actually, when we put more energy into our bodies or more movement or start to get more into it, the audience immediately thinks that the song's actually getting louder, even though it's not.
Johnny Roses, so your pink champagne. I'll be the sugar rush in your veins.
Beth Hart has a very distinct sound, but one of those distinct qualities is the vibrato. I'll be the sugar rush in your veins. She's got quite a fast vibrato going on there. Vibrato is brought on by the vocal fold closure as well as a lot of thyroid tilt. Thyroid is this bit in here where the vocal folds live. It's your Adam's apple, and we all have one. So it's be the sugar rush in your veins. And you've got to bring in a lot of that cry in order to tilt the thyroid forward in order for the vibrato to come in.
I'm not your wife. I'm not the one who make it right. Good girls, always alone. I got the bad woman blues. I got a bad woman, bad, bad woman blues. I got a bad woman blues. Bad woman blues. Got
She's doing so much more with these effects in order to make the sound cooler. But basically, if she was to just sing this song without any of those emotions in the song, it would be relatively flat because it's in a very similar vocal quality throughout the whole thing. But she got, I got the bad woman, bad woman blues. She's creating lots of variation in the sound in order to create a stable sound. I know that sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but what she's doing is by adding in a little bit of constriction, bad woman, at the start of those phrases. That's one coloring technique. And at the end, bad woman blues. And she's like falling, that was a bit excessive there. So she's falling off the end of the note with the pitch, blues, and allowing that breath to come off the end. But it's got to come from an emotional place. Otherwise, it honestly just sounds odd.
I got a bad woman blues, bad woman blues, got a bad woman, bad woman blues. Sad as I am, it feels so good to be bad. Sad as I am, it feels so good to be bad. Sad as I am, it feels so good to be bad. Sad as I am, it feels so good to be bad.
So in this section, sad as I am, it feels so good to be bad. Adding in that increase in the twang there. She's also kind of twisting some of those vowels to make it sound a little bit more whatever. That kind of attitude bringing into the sound. But twang is an area of, twang is a tightening of the area above the larynx. Sad as I am, it feels so good to be bad. And it enjoys a slightly wider mouth shape.
There's no crime, that's a rap, that's a rhyme.
And just in that section, that's actually quite different. That's a rap. She's basically got a constriction of the constrictor muscles at the back, it's our swallowing muscles at the back of the throat, and a bit of the tongue compression. That's a rap, that's a rhyme. And that's the way, it's sort of almost the way that Elvis creates some of his sounds, with that sort of that sound at the back of the throat. That's a rap, that's a rhyme. And again, twisting the vowels and falling off the end of the sentence.
Not your mama, I'm not your wife. I'm not the one who make it right. Good girls, always love. Don't play the angels dressed in white. I'm not the one who make it right. Good girls, always love. I got the bad woman blues.
So when she goes, always lows, that's an increase in the twang, allowing the vocal folds to thin as she's going higher in the range. It's the same principle of doing something different in order for the sound to sound like it is one, like it's coming from one voice. When we're lower down in the range, we don't need to have quite as much always lows. Need to add more twang as we're going higher, because when she's not in a belt there, she's in a thicker vocal fold further up in the range, but the twang helps to it helps to thin out the vocal folds to allow us to go higher as well.
I got the bad woman blues. Hey! I got the bad woman, bad woman blues. I got the bad woman blues. Bad woman blues. Got the bad woman, bad woman.
So when she goes, bad woman blues, so she's going from that blues, the open vowel on the blues, to a closed vowel in the falsetto. Blues, closed vowel in the falsetto is going to help with the aerodynamic change from the thicker vocal fold into the falsetto, which is stiff vocal folds. So it's a really fun way, actually, if you play around with the vowel position, that you can make those adjustments in the sound.
Sad as I am, it feels so good to be bad. Sad as I am, it feels so good to be bad. Sad as I am, it feels so good to be bad. Got the bad woman, bad woman blues. Oh.
So Beth Hart does a lot of these like growls and interjections that I actually honestly do not know how to create properly. But Beth Hart has been a blues and rock singer for a very long time. So she knows how these work in her own voice. And it's not always about like perfect vocal technique in these moments. It's about finding out what works in your voice and kind of adding them in and really adjusting, but also listening to your own instrument as well. So we've got a little bit of the growl, or could also call it a little bit of rattle, which is where the arytenoids are knocking together. So that's probably the easiest one to create. Power woman blue, blue. See what happens when you go out of the range of that sound for your voice. Power woman blues. I wouldn't use it further up in the range. I would use it in the lower section at the beginning of a vowel combination or a consonant vowel combination. That would work for me. But that's something that I would practice, and I wouldn't necessarily like. I sometimes find when I improvise these growls and things, I realize afterwards I'm like, oh, that was a bit too much pressure, coughing away. She is fantastic. So we've got, we're seeing again that mouth shape coming forward. Oh, you don't always have to open up your mouth quite that much, but remember, these snapshots of singers are what's working for them. That might not be what is working for you. That is why we learn sort of generalized vocal technique, and then we learn how to adapt. But generalized vocal technique needs to be adapted right from the beginning through personalized singing lessons. And that's exactly why the Vocal Academy, my online singing school, offers you lots of group practice sessions, group open coachings, as well as your personal one-to-one singing lessons. We are the only vocal program out there in the world that is offering a hybrid of both group and one-to-one lessons, because I know after 18 years of teaching the voice that this is the one way forward to make sure that you are really getting what you need as a singer. We're going to tell you exactly what you need to work on, exactly how to get to your goals, and we are going to get you there as fast as you want to get there. So you can apply for a vocal strategy session down in the description below. We really want to help you to reach these vocal goals. So have a chat with us about joining to see what the best option is for you. Check out, I don't think I've looked at Beth Hart before on the channel. She's an incredible singer. I really do recommend that you have a look more at her work. If you are wanting to, especially if you're a performer on the piano or you're an instrumentalist, how do you move your body? How do you move, get some ideas about bringing in some more of these rocky parts of singing into your own vocal technique? But let me know down in the comments if you've got any covers of Beth Hart that you'd like me to take a look at. Check out some more vocal technique up here, and I'll see you around here next time. Just remember, everyone can learn to sing. It's all about learning how to control these muscles here in your throat. Mwah! Happy singing. Ka kite anō.